From all
here's
indicators,
the thing. It recorded last
you guys,
time.
as
it
our
recorded
witness,
last time.
This red light.
This was doing it
this
last
red
time
light
too.
right here.
We don't know what happened.
You one person as
we
a witness.
haven't been
the
able to
red
figure it
light
out.
Is on. We don't
It
know
was
why
recording,
it didn't save.
and it was doing the same thing last time. And like we tested it, and the weird thing is, it recorded the video, the little test video that we did before we taped, and then it recorded the little test video that we did after we taped, but it did not record the actual episode that we taped. Maybe we were talking too much about cognitive dissonance and like the bullshit of U.S. exceptionalism and all that nonsense. Maybe somebody got mad and boop boop fucking intervened.
Yeah, dude, the FBI's already listening.
I wouldn't be surprised. I think that's a stretch, but I would not be surprised if that were the case. I doubt that that's what happened, but I would not be entirely surprised.
For any forms of violence
no,
or anything
you don't
terrible.
have to. All you got to do is say anything that threatens the predominant status quo, and you can get your ass targeted, dude. Like there was some Republican dude years ago, back in the Bush era. He went to like
he went again. Everybody, accountability.
Yeah.
The record button is on.
It was doing that the whole time last time, so we don't know what happened.
Okay, we're
and we tested it before, and we tested it after. Anyways, but a few years ago during the Bush era, apparently people can look this up. I read this in some mainstream valid news source. Some older Republican dude, like lifelong Republican. He went to like some. He paid to go to some private like fundraiser event in Florida, and Dick Cheney was like a keynote speaker, and this was during like the second invasion occupation of Iraq. And apparently the guy got up mid Cheney's speech and just said, "You're a liar," and like wouldn't and he got taken out by security, and he got charged with felony trespassing. You know what I'm saying? He had paid to be there. All he did was stand up and say some shit. They could have just escorted him out and let it be at that, but they charged him with felony trespassing. You know what I'm saying? That's you don't think that there's any real hard barriers until you bump up against them in this country. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know. People know that. People learn that end of the spectrum. Some people learn that a lot sooner than others. Especially if you're, say, poor and or of color, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, and you get screwed. So tell us about this band.
Dude, they're like an old, early 70s punk band. Apparently, like, all that exists of them is like a 4-track recording from a live performance.
That from a VHS or something you were saying?
Yeah, like apparently there was a VHS video shot. We'll kind of phase between this. Like, I don't know why it's frozen right now, but like, it's a really weird band. 1978 Los Angeles, bands like the Dead Kennedys. Mention them as like influences.
Early punk, proto-punk.
Dude, I feel like bands like the Dead Kennedys are like largely, especially on the West Coast, like a part of the first real wave of like.
Yeah. So if Dead Kennedys is citing them as an influence, it's like some early punk kind of stuff.
So, and then I'm trying to see if I can find anything interesting. Just browsing the 1977 to 1979, they played the Whiskey a Go-Go a lot, which is also cool. This is like a really weird venue because nowadays, like, I've been in bands that played the Whiskey a Go-Go, and it's like a pay-to-play kind of venue. At the same time, if you could, at the time, and the type of music we were playing, like, pay-to-play didn't really work too terribly for you because if you could sell 100 tickets, like, you'd break even, and like you could open and play the Whiskey, like.
And I mean, like, it's cool. I mean, that's like, where all these big bands play, but that's cool, share the stage.
I mean,
I got to play at the barn at UCR, and like all kinds of, like, Bob Dylan played that stage,
Yeah.
So that's pretty cool.
Dude, I think it's always cool though, and like that's like the dopeness of having like small music venues is that like not every band that passes through there is gonna be the next Doors or fucking Bob Dylan. But at the same time, like
Rage played there, No Doubt played there.
Like if you're gonna be the Doors or Bob Dylan, you need this space.
Yeah, dude, college campuses are still where like comics, musicians, college radio stations. You know what I'm saying? Like community radio stations. That's where people get their break. Radiohead got popular in large part because college stations started playing a lot of their music because people dug it, and that's when the commercial stations look to college and community radio stations to see what's hot, to see what people are playing, and fucking like poach on that in a big way. Not always, but a lot of times, yeah. Word.
Dude, what's terrible about this though is I'm pretty sure there's like a high-pitch rigging behind this recording the whole time.
High-pitch rigging?
Yeah, dude. Like
that?
you don't hear like a ringing in your ears, or do I just have tinnitus?
Oh, high pitch ringing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I may just have tinnitus.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's also, I mean, like, it's ripped from a fucking VHS tape, so the sound quality is not going to be so high.
I don't know why I love terribly recorded things. Like in an age where you can get such sonic clarity, like I lust for the ratchet, the masochism. Is just like, oh, it's so great.
It's just the rawness. It's the contrast between the highly refined and like the super analog and not refined. You know what I'm saying? And analog, unrefined stuff is you find a lot of good there.
Okay, I am gonna cut this one short. We're gonna go check out something a little bit more refined.
It was getting a little repetitive.
Yeah, and you know, dude, and I feel like we chatted about this. This is a newer band. They played Pappy and Harriet's 2 nights. It's already fucking sold out. So like the week before the CDC.
This is them covering, right?
Yeah, who are they covering? Damage Goods. Who's it by? It's by
some Gang of Four. Yeah, you should play the original. The original is fucking amazing.
I love it.
I forget what skate video this is on, but this is on like some really. You just put in Gang of Four. What is it? Damage Goods.
Live one on? Fuck yeah, let's do a live one.
Alright, close the other one. There we go. Let's hear the original, because I actually like the original a little bit better. This is really, I mean, Gang of Four put out some good music.
Yeah, I never actually got into this band, and I remember I had like a music teacher.
But I know the songs of theirs I know are good.
Yeah, no, I can dig on this. Dude, I always really liked the Buzzcocks and stuff like this. This is like a post-punkier Buzzcocks kind of like, it's poppy, it's catchy, but it's still driving.
Like, it's like their inspiration in a big way. Like Buzzcocks definitely, I think, like took inspiration from Gang of Four at least, probably.
Dude, I think Buzzcocks is probably before Gang of Four.
Really?
Yeah, Buzzcocks is really.
Are you sure?
Yeah,
Gang of Four is
let's
like
go down this rabbit hole. Let's have this fun time.
I guess so. We're just talking about music now instead of all the stuff we talked about before. I'm so bummed we lost that episode, but that's okay. Shit happens.
At the same time, I'm having fun playing music history and listening to some punk records. If anybody has anything they'd like us to talk about, or if anybody would like to link us anything in chat, like we're totally open right now. We're just chilling and vibing.
Our one viewer.
Thank you for tuning in, whoever you are. We love you very much.
Yeah. We had a good conversation with your friend Yasim or whatever who was listening last time. That was a bummer about legalism and all that.
Yeah.
See.
Yeah, no, definitely.
That's okay though. We had a good episode. It was fun.
Yeah.
All right, Buzzcocks or Gang of Four? Who was earlier?
76 on Buzzcocks.
Okay. Well, in that case, maybe, yeah. They're the same. They were peers then. 76, yeah. They formed in the same year.
Damn. What areas are they coming from? Do you know they're from Leeds?
They're from Bolton.
Do you know?
To my limited knowledge, both of those places are fairly working class, but I really don't know for sure.